we're from SBS. We're making a documentary series. You look like a gunslinger.
I'm actually a hairdresser, and it's a hair salon just down the road.
Rebecca from Rebecca Robson's salons. That's your business?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it a good business? Is it?
Yeah, actually, it is a good business. I had a salon up in Cairns as well, and I sold that in May. So I've only got the one salon now, so I'm concentrating on the one salon. It's going really well.
And you have regulars come?
Yes, definitely.
They tell you their secrets?
Yes. Of course.
That's what you're in. You're not really a hairdresser at all.
No, I'm actually a socialite. See, this is like, instead of drinking or anything, you're doing people's hair, you're talking to them. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
And what do you do with that? You just forget it when you go home?
You have to forget it.
Yeah. Until they come back?
Yes.
And then you have to remember what they've told you?
Yes, it's like a little switch you put on the back of your head, you turn it on and off.
Yeah.
You got to remember, then you got to forget.
And do people confess things to you, or do they just unburden to you about their problems?
I think they unburden their problems too. Yeah.
Because you don't know them?
Yeah, because you don't know them, but most of the time, sometimes you can know them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they know that you're not going to go outside and tell everybody about what they've just told you.
What is it usually that they tell you? What sort of, I mean, is there a topic that frequently arises?
Mainly about boyfriends and girlfriends.
No doubt.
Yes. Yeah, it's usually got to do with like a woman will walk in with a beautiful long blonde hair and want to chop all of her hair off and go dark. And it's always because she's broken up with a boyfriend, and the boyfriends will chop off their hair and whatever. It's usually got to do with the other halves.
You do men as well?
Yes, definitely.
Do the men talk?
Yes.
As much as the women?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes, definitely. We all the little traits about you all.
And how do you socialise? People don't want to know you if you know all their secrets. They don't want you at their party.
Yeah, I do socialise. No, I'm not really a nightclub sort of person, so I tend to just go around to barbecues and parties and that sort of stuff.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
Do you complain about him to anybody?
No, there's no reason to. I just tell him.
So you don't have a hairdresser confessor?
No, I don't have a hairdresser confessor. No, I don't. Unless you call the guy that works for me, Troy. Yeah, he can be my little confessor. I go to him and go, yeah. But
does he come to you?
Yes, he does. Yeah. We've known each other for a very long time.
And your boyfriend, what does he do?
He's a fireman.
Fireman?
Yes, and he's also a school teacher.
What else? Is that all he does?
Yes.
Was he a client?
Yes.
Is that how you met him?
Yes.
Rebecca, that's a no-no.
It is. It's the first time I've ever done it. He came in for a haircut and I asked him out for lunch.
And he said yes.
He did.
Where did you go for lunch?
Stanley Firehouse.
Oh, you didn't? Did you know he was a fireman?
No. Yes, I did actually. I kept thinking of the fireman calendars, you know, the gorgeous bodies in the fireman calendars, yeah.
So you went to the firehouse for lunch?
Yes.
And how long ago was that?
12 months ago.
Oh, things are still going like a house on fire?
Yes, definitely a house on fire, definitely. And he thinks he can cut hair.
Does he?
Yes. He cut a client's hair yesterday. I was absolutely terrified, but no, he's fine. Very outgoing person.
Did he watch you?
Yes, he does. He's a very quick learner, actually.
He came and sat in the salon and watched?
Oh, no, he just comes in all the time. He cleans up for me if I'm busy, and Troy and I are busy. He comes in. He's a great, wonderful boyfriend.
Did you have a boyfriend before him?
No, I've been a virgin all my life. Yes, I did. And I broke up with the boyfriend before him 6 months before I met John, yes. Yeah.
So, you're now going back to the salon?
Yes, I am.
And have you got a client waiting?
I'm not sure. Troy will tell me once we get it. Okay, no worries.
When you moved here, was it hard to get started?
When
Did you buy an existing business here?
Yes, I did, up in Cairns. So my first salon was in Cairns, and then I bought another salon in Townsville after 3 years of having a salon in Cairns.
Do you like Townsville?
Yes, I do. I like it when it rains.
Greg?
You're going to hit a tree, darling. This could be interesting.
You've been here how long now?
I'd have to say I went to, well, how can I? Well, I've been here for a little while. Like, I've been coming up and down from Townsville for most probably about 7 or 8 years.
You mean from Cairns?
Yeah, that's what I say.
You said from Townsville.
Oh, okay. Cairns from Townsville, yeah, 7 or 8 years now.
Oh, I see.
My mum used to have a motel and restaurant up in Cooktown. Yeah. So I went to boarding school in Charters Towers, and that's why I started working here. Which
is not far from here.
Charters Towers, Cooktown.
Oh, Cooktown, yes.
Cooktown's a long way away.
Is that where you were born?
No, I was born in Brisbane.
Oh, I see.
My mum had a motel and restaurant in Cooktown. Different.
Oh, you went there after you were born?
Yes, no, yeah. Went up there, I think from about 85 to... My mum was still up there till about 2 years ago. She now lives in Rockhampton.
What about your dad?
My dad lives in Perth.
It's about as far from Cooktown as you can get.
Yes, my parents are like very separated.
Very separated, yeah. Did that happen a while ago?
It would have happened about 4 years ago.
Was it coming? Did you see it coming?
Yes, I saw it coming from when I was a little girl.
Did you?
My mum just didn't.
Do you keep in touch with both?
Yes, I do.
Yeah? They're both good friends?
Not to each other, but yeah.
No, to you.
Yeah, to me, yes.
They're not good friends to each
no.
other?
My mum's my best friend.
Oh, that's good. Always been?
Yes, always. My whole entire life.
Do you do her hair?
Yes, I do her hair.
Yeah.
She comes up every 6 weeks or so, and I cut and I colour her hair.
Yeah.
So she's a natural blonde like me. We're here.
Lead the way.
Lead the way.
Here we are, Rebecca Robson's Salons, plural.
Oh, and yes, we do have people in here.
Hi. Hi. So show us around quickly.
Little pig.
What's the little pig for?
Tips.
Tips.
Yes.
It's pretty fat. Very optimistic.
We're very, very hopeful in here. And it's Troy over there.
Hello, Troy over there.
These are where you sit and get your hair cut.
Yes.
This is where you get your hair washed.
Yes. What's this?
It's a little computer. It tells you what to use on your hair. You just say what sort of hair you've got. Oh, I've got it turned on. Say what sort of hair you've got.
Yes.
So, what's your scalp condition?
I don't know.
Oh, it's normal. So let's say you got normal, your hair condition. Oh, see, you're boring. You got all normal hair.
Oh, have I?
Yes. You got. Logus thinks it's fine, and it's okay. Let's go fine. Well, anyway, it tells you what you got to use.
Well, make me exciting. How would I get exciting? What would you do?
I'll give you a mohawk. Look wonderful.
A mohawk.
I'm joking.
with the ponytail intact at the end?
Oh, yes. You can give it a nice yellow and orange and green.
I was going to say, it's the colour that...
From the Sex Pistols. Did you see his hair?
Yes,
we could do that if you like.
Yeah?
Mm.
Okay. What's the world coming to, do you think? How do you think the world is shaping up these days?
I think it's all right at the moment.
Is going all right?
I think it is.
It's not deteriorating since the good old days?
Oh, well, it is in one respect. I'm a little bit back from the good old days.
Are you?
Yeah, where a shilling was a shilling.
Yeah.
And today, 20 cents is not 20 cents today.
No, it's not.
No value in it. I think the young generation today knows nothing. They haven't been taught the value of the money.
Yeah.
And the money back in my days, threepence was worth, well, I thought I was made when I got threepence. And Christmas time when I got one stocking and a little present, well, I thought, that was, I was made. But today they want everything.
Yeah.
The young generation today wants everything. They get married today, they want a house.
Did you have to work hard for what you got?
I worked when I was 14.
Yeah.
And I was doing a man's job for 7 6pence a week.
Yeah, what was that? What was the job?
Baker. I was a baker for 10 years.
So you were still a young man when you stopped?
Oh, yeah. Very hard work it is at all hours of the morning.
And this was presumably all manual bakering?
Yes, it was all done by hand.
You didn't have the...
No machinery, no bend over the trough and do it by hand.
Do you still like bread?
Well, actually, my respect, the bread today is like chaff. You want to go out in the paddock and get some chaff out of the paddock and eat it.
Yeah.
It's not worth $2.
Why has it changed?
Done by machinery. You do it this morning and you eat it this afternoon.
Yeah. And how should it be?
It should be done overnight. Mixed overnight.
Yeah.
And done the early hours the next morning.
Yeah.
Let it rise. And the ingredients in them today, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Milk today is only water.
Yeah.
When I drank milk, I drank it straight from the cow. And I think that's why I'm living a little bit longer than these young people will.
How old are you?
62.
And you feel fit and healthy?
Fit and healthy.
Why did you leave baking?
Because I was getting too much flour on the lungs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We never had the methods what they had back in these days.
Yeah?
And I just got a bit of flour in the lungs, so I had to get outside. Then I finished up with the HEC, Hydroelectric Commission. I've been at the hydro for 31 years.
And then that was it?
That was it.
You retired?
Well, I took a package deal.
Yeah.
And went off.
And what have you been doing since?
Living life.
Enjoying it?
Yes, and enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah. You married and got kids and all?
I've got married and I've got 3 children and I've got 6 grandchildren.
So you've had a pretty good life, would you say?
Yes, I've had a wonderful life.
Yeah? And would your wife say that you've been a wonderful husband?
I hope so. I would hope so.
You've had a long marriage by the sound of it.
Yes, 38 years.
All of it good?
Very good. Enjoyed every bit of it.
Lucky man.
It's like today, you get married today and you've got someone else tomorrow.
Yeah. But
They don't last long.
Do you think you're old-fashioned?
I'm very old-fashioned.
Yeah? In everything?
Not in everything, but I'd like to see kids grow up to take notice of what their parents tell them. And today, they've got no respect for their parents and no respect for the elderly people.
And consequently, perhaps no respect for themselves.
And no respect for themselves. If they went out and done a hard day's work, they might get a bit of respect.
But that's a sweeping statement, isn't it? I mean, not everybody's like that. Not all.
Not all like that.
How are your kids? Were they like that?
My kids went out and worked hard.
Can we talk to this young lady here who's strolling happily in the Hobart sun? Can we ask what it is that you wear on your...
Oh, I work at the Royal Hobart Hospital.
So it's just an ID?
Yeah.
It's not a special thing?
No.
Just to let you in there? What do you do at the hospital?
I work in the Education Development Centre, doing reception work.
What do you do in your spare time?
I'm an artist.
What do you do? What kind of art?
Cartooning.
Cartooning? You haven't got a cartoon with you?
No, I
what a
don't,
shame.
sorry.
What
No.
sort of cartooning?
Mainly just funny faces, beach themes, things like that.
Do you sell them? Give them away?
Actually, just starting to work on that,
Yeah?
just setting up a business name and everything.
Are you?
Yeah.
Who would you sell it to? What sort of work is it? Is it something that newspapers would buy or
Perhaps, yeah.
galleries?
Yes, both. I'm working on sort of cards and postcards
yeah.
and T-shirt designs and surfwear and things like that.
Did you have any formal training?
No.
So how did you start? You just started doodling?
I've always enjoyed drawing, so
Yeah.
I just decided
Always.
to take it a little bit further.
Ideally, what would you like to do? Would you like to stop working altogether and just concentrate on that?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for at the moment.
How are you going to do that?
Well, I'm hoping to sell a few things sort of down at the market and everything initially, and hopefully it'll take off and I'll be able to start printing and getting it all into computer medium, which will make it easier.
How did you do that?
I'll scan some of the images in and just
Yes.
drawing directly on computer,
I see.
which is a bit time consuming, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Art and technology meet.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Is the job that you have now purely filling in time?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you had it?
I've had a 6-month contract which runs out at the end of December. So, so I'm sort of at the period now of really hoping that I can get this to work.
Where do you come from?
I'm originally from Africa, Zambia there, and then lived in England, then came to Tasmania. Yeah.
Can't help noticing you're not black though.
No.
So you come from Africa, but your parents were...
English.
What was it that took your parents to Zambia?
My mother was a teacher, and when she left Teachers Training College, she went straight to a job in Africa. And my father's an engineer, and he was working there in a copper mine. So.
Oh, they met over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And have you any desire to go back?
Yes, I'd love to.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's why I'm hoping the cartooner will let me do a bit of travelling.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No. No time? No interest?
Oh, just haven't found the right person yet.
Haven't found the right...
Yeah.
Have you found the wrong person?
I found a few wrong people. I think everyone does.
Can we talk to you? You've got a terrific hat on, which I really like. Is that a typical Australian hat? Is that one of those...
Well, it's made in New Zealand.
Oh, dear. What's it made of?
Oh, let's have a look.
It looks like...
100% cotton.
Cotton?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like leather. Why do you wear it? Against the sun?
Yeah, basically.
Do you wear it any other time?
Well, I haven't been wearing it a great deal, but I'm beginning to wear it more and more. And I notice that not many people wear them, but I think I'm really beginning to like wearing it.
What do you do for work?
Well, I'm actually unemployed at the moment.
Yeah?
But I write a lot.
You write?
Yeah, I do a lot of that. And that's the main thing that occupies me.
What do you write?
Well, fiction. Yeah. And
Short
poetry.
stories? Poetry?
Yeah, all sorts of things really. I even write plays as well. Yeah, and that's the kind of general direction which I like to follow. Yeah, I basically want to get a job so I can get some experience and travel around a bit. I want to save up some money and travel and write about travelling.
Yeah.
And just discover more people and things and stuff like that. Probably a bit of a cliche, but...
When did you start writing and how?
Well, I probably started writing as a hobby when I was a teenager, and we had a word processor computer, and that was all it could do. It was just a word processor, and I used to just occasionally I'd just go in and just write whatever came into my mind on that, and I guess that's how it started.
Do you remember the first thing you wrote?
I don't really remember the first thing I wrote.
What it was?
No.
Was it a short story or a...
I'll write. Well, I mean, the first thing I wrote, I mean, that's going way back to, being, about this big.
Yes, yeah.
I remember, I used to be writing to Star Wars when I was a kid.
You what?
I was writing to Star Wars when I was a kid. So
Writing
I probably,
to Star Wars?
Yeah, I had Star Wars figures and stuff. So I probably, wrote things about that to begin with.
But when you say you were this big, how old were you? 8, 9?
Oh, no, more like 4, 5, 6 when I...
And you started writing?
When I started writing, yeah.
So it's obviously in your blood, as they say.
Yeah. I mean, we had to write in kindergarten, and that's where I actually started writing, or trying
Seriously?
to write. Yeah. That's where I started writing.
In kindergarten. What sort of things are you writing now?
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you might call it magic realism or something.
Magic realism?
Yeah, but maybe more towards realism. I don't know. At the moment, I've written quite a few poems, and I've also written a few songs. And I've written out a plan for a play, and I have lots of scraps of writing, and I write down my dreams when I wake up in the morning.
You have a lot of dreams?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I dream a fair bit. I mean, I don't have trouble dreaming, some people don't dream.
And when you say you write them down, some dreams are pretty complicated to write down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was having trouble this morning because I'll remember part of one, and then it will somehow link into another dream, and I'll never be able to remember
the link.
In which sequence they occurred. And yeah, you get recurring things, and time is so confused in dreams that I think the process of writing down something about a dream actually, it forms it in a way, because I think in dreams things are so indefinite that time is completely screwed up. Things like that. So.
Do you have a recurring dream, element or dream?
Oh, I do have recurring elements. Yeah, I've only just begun to recall them, but there are recurring elements.
What sort of things?
Well, there's a character who's come up twice in the last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. And he's
pretty insistent.
Yeah. He's a kind of friend, but he's a criminal, and he has long kind of reddish hair, and he always seems to be doing really criminal things.
But not against you.
No, I always seem to be in on it, but never directly involved. He's always the one who does it all. I've been doing lots of imagery exercises recently as well. Guided imagery, and I've just been reading this book called The Magic Shop, which is all about that, written by a psychologist. You basically sit down and relax in a variety of ways, whichever way suits you. And you just imagine various scenes. This book actually has little plans for scenes. It says, imagine this, and this happens. But that leaves open a huge scope for your own imagination to take control of the images or allow whatever to happen. And it's amazing. Sorry, I'm rambling on a bit here. It's amazing how you can develop your own symbolic vocabulary.
Yeah.
And define, make up your own meanings through that.
But this, what you're doing really, is the preparation work for writing.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely. That's how I view it.
Did you ever want to be anything else? Did you ever, as you were growing up?
I've wanted to be lots of different things.
Yeah?
Yeah, hundreds of different things.
You see, that's what writers do. Different things, don't they?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's why I ended up being a writer. I mean,
You can imagine to be a brain surgeon.
Yeah, exactly.
You can imagine to be whatever you want.
Exactly. It actually happened last year that I kind of realised I got totally depressed because I tried out all these different things in my life.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even finish a year at university at that stage or get a steady job at all or anything. And I was getting really depressed about it. And I ended up just not really doing anything. But the only thing that I did keep doing was writing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, there must be something in this.
Did your parents ever want you to be something other than a writer?
I don't think they really wanted me to be a specific thing, but they've always wanted me to be successful and happy and I think for quite a while, they wanted me to get a good steady job and stability, but I think they understand now that I'm not so much into stability at the moment.
Tell me, do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
Have you had a relationship recently?
Recently? No, not really.
No.
No.
Do you miss it?
Of course I do.
You do?
Yeah, but it'd be it'd be good to
You haven't met the right girl?
No, I don't believe in I mean, I think you can meet the right people, but I'm not a terrible believer in in marriage and things like that.
What would be the right girl?
I don't know. I guess someone who could cope with me, and who could someone who could probably somebody who could stop and start a lot. Probably, someone who could go away and then come back. I could see myself in the future committing to some sort of family thing, but definitely not now.
That's surely not a put down.
Well, it's just a band I'm into.
It's just a band? Are you in the band? What do you play?
No, I'm not in the band. It's just a band.
Oh, you're not in the band?
I'd like to be though.
Yeah? What would you like to play?
I'm learning guitar. I'm not that good at it at the moment because I've just been teaching myself for a couple of years.
So it's a strictly development process?
Yeah. I tried to get some lessons once, but it didn't work very well.
Yeah?
Because I was just into playing sort of thrashy metal type stuff, and I had like this jazz teacher guy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't commit myself to learning the jazz stuff which he was giving me, so.
Too hard or too demanding, or?
Not really.
Not your thing?
I just couldn't get motivated to learn it.
What else do you do?
Oh, not much. I'm doing a film course at the moment. So.
What do you want to do with film course?
Well, I'd like to sort of get some sort of a job which I don't hate, and so I'd like to get into like film and television or something. I just like some sort of menial job. There's like maybe a camera person or something, just as like a job. So that would be the sort of thing which I wouldn't really hate doing. I just would like to have some sort of job which I don't hate so that I can afford to get a very big amp for a band.
What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. Good luck. Where do you live?
I live in Preston, but I recently moved this year from the country, a small country town called Moving Off.
What brought you to Melbourne?
Well, I had to get out of the country. It was too isolated and boring, and there was nothing to do there. And the course which I got offered was in Footscray, so naturally I moved to the city.
Okay. Have you made any friends yet?
Not really. There's a few people in my course which I sort of get on with, but they're not really like the sort of friends which I go around and visit and stuff.
Right. But you're looking hopeful. You're looking optimistically to the future?
Whatever.